I'm Tristan, and today we are going to get perfect on a Toeic test. We are going to do questions 116 to 120 from a real Toeic test, and I'm going to show you how to get 100%. So this is part 3. Check out questions 100 to 115 from previous lessons. All right, let's get perfect. Here's the first question. This answer will be quick. We see the blank of. Therefore, we need a noun. Well, immediately eliminate B. Words that end in FY are usually verbs, such as terrify, quantify, petrify, unify. So remove B. It is not a noun. Then remove C. Words that end in ly are usually, not always, but usually adverbs, such as slowly, increasingly, destructively, violently. So remove C because these are not going to be nouns. We know the word simple is an adjective. For example, this is a simple question. We see the word simplification. This is A. Words that end with ION are 99% nouns. Frustration, creation, construction, destruction, alleviation. These are all nouns. We need a noun. Our only noun is A. We have the answer. Now let's look at 117. This question is mainly about context and vocabulary. Let's see if we can simplify this sentence to make it easier to find the answer. Actually, we can take out without waiting for the client to improve the recommend changes. That does not change the overall idea. So we can simplify it to Ms. Lee blank moving ahead with the project. Now, it's always good to read the whole sentence, but if you can take some of the sentence out to make it easier, this will help you find the answer more quickly. So, eliminate A, supposed. The verb suppose means assume. Notice B is assume. And assume means suppose. This is to make a guess about something from the evidence you have. For example, both of her parents are professional musicians. Does she play an instrument? I suppose that she plays an instrument. Or, I assume that she plays an instrument. Now, in everyday English, assume is more common than suppose. And after assume and suppose, you commonly use subject verb. For example, if I say, I suppose him coming to late work. This is strange. But if I say, I suppose that he came late to work, or I assume he came late to work, this is more natural. So remove assumed and supposed for 2 reasons. Number 1, they are the same meaning. So one cannot be correct if both are the same. Number 2, this sentence in Toeic does not have subject verb after the blank. It just has a gerund phrase, moving ahead with the project, there is no verb there, and a prepositional phrase without waiting for the client to approve the recommended changes. There is no subject and verb, so we can eliminate assume and suppose. They mean the same thing. So one answer cannot be correct, and this Toeic sentence does not have subject verb after it. The next one to eliminate is D, predicted. 80% of the time, someone predicts that subject verb, and this is guessing the future. 20% of the time, someone predicts noun or verb ing. For example, he predicts that Germany will win the World Cup. Notice, subject, will, verb. Or Less common, he predicts Germany winning the next World Cup. If I say the company predicts that moving ahead with the project will benefit everyone, this would be okay because it's clear. But if I say the company predicts moving ahead with the project, it's not very clear what will happen. What does this mean? So if we look at the Toeic sentence, if I say Ms. Lee predicts moving ahead with the project without waiting for the client to approve the recommended changes, there's no clear message. It's hard to understand. So eliminate predicts. So the answer is propose. This is give an idea to do, give a suggestion, or suggest. The common form is someone proposes that subject verb, or someone proposes noun form. So it could be a verb ing, it could be subject verb. Here's an example. Because the air conditioner was broken, I proposed having the class outside. That's propose an idea, so I'm using a noun form, having the class outside. Or I proposed that we have the class outside. For 117, Ms. Lee said, I think we should move ahead with the project. So Ms. Lee proposed that they move ahead with the project or moving ahead with the project. She presented this idea. 118. Okay, a little tip. When you use the fact that, you will have subject verb after it. Here's an example. I am happy with the fact that all of my students understood this question. Okay? So let's just look at the noun clause in the Toeic sentence. Let's just look at everyone employed by this office blank a professional degree. The original is everyone who that is employed by this office blank a professional degree. Who that is employed by this office is an adjective clause. It is describing everyone. When the adjective clause is passive voice, like the Toeic sentence, because they are employed by the office employs them, the employees are employed, you can remove the marker, who, that, which, and the be verb. Let's look at an example. The woman who was arrested by police has a long criminal record. Who was arrested by police is your adjective clause. It is describing the woman and its passive voice. You can remove who, which is the marker, and was, which is the be verb, and say the woman arrested by police has a long criminal record. So the main clause is the woman has a long criminal record. The adjective clause, reduced, is arrested by police. If we look at the Toeic question, the main clause is subject, everyone, verb, we don't have a verb right now, a professional degree. Everyone is considered singular, like it, he, or she. We say it has, he has, everyone has, someone has, each person has. Therefore, the answer is C, has, because everyone has a professional degree. Employed by the office is an adjective clause. So everyone has, not everyone have. 119. Read the whole sentence and get the idea. Smoking is blank in all areas of the building, except for, so not including, the designated smoking lounge. So I can smoke there. So can I smoke in all areas? No. Why not? The building does not allow it. What is another way to say not allow? Forbid, restrict, prohibit, ban, stop. If we look at the original sentence then, the rules prohibit smoking in the building. That is active. Passive, smoking is prohibited in the building, in all areas of the building, by management. We don't know exactly who prohibits it, but it's probably either the government or management. But to prohibit means to forbid, restrict, ban, not allow. All right, so of course the answer is C. 120. When you see a sentence that starts with if and you have to pick the verb form, always look at the last clause. Always look after the comma. That will usually tell us the type of conditional, and then it will tell us what we need at the start. Notice in this Toeic sentence, it says you would have. Okay, so we see you would have. Let's quickly go over the conditionals. If you need more information about conditionals, please check out this lesson. All right, so the first conditional is possibility. Here's an example. I might work out today. If I work out today, I will do chest. So notice for the possibility, I use if subject, simple tense, I will verb. Now, I will verb. I can also say I might verb, I can verb, I should verb, but I am not using would. Notice we have would have gotten, not will get in the Toeic statement, so eliminate D. Now let's go to the second conditional. This is imagination about now. We're just imagining. Here's an example. I don't live in Okinawa. I am not planning to move there. But if I lived in Okinawa, I would spend a lot of time at the beach. Not I would have spent. I would spend. In the second conditional, we use if subject past tense, subject would, base verb. Not would have verb, would verb. This is imagining about now. Notice in the Toeic question it says would have gotten, not would get. So immediately eliminate A. Now we have B and C. We are going to look at the third conditional. You are imagining the past differently. You are thinking about events that didn't happen in the past, but what could be different. Here's the situation. A week ago, his girlfriend ended their relationship. Why? He cheated on her. So, imaginary past action. If he had not cheated on her, she would not have broken up with him. Notice, past action, past result. This is the third conditional. The form is if subject had verbed, subject would have verbed, subject should have verbed. If we look at this Toeic question, we see it says you would have gotten on the flight you wanted. This tells us we have a third conditional. In the third conditional, our if clause is if subject had verbed. Therefore, the answer is B. Thank you very much for joining me today. We got perfect on the test. Congratulations. Stay tuned because the next lesson will be 121 to 125. All right. Please subscribe, like, share. Have a great day. Bye.